So welcome, Joshua Konkankoh from Cameroon. It's a great joy and honor to be here with you today. And just please tell us about the history that you and your beautiful community have had leading up to this point of COVID-19 crisis. Where are you now? What has happened?
I come from this community in Africa called Bafut, and a lot has happened since I was growing up in a natural savanna grass field part of Africa, and the life was flowing. We didn't know that the world would come. It was such a joy to live in an environment where food was around the house, medicine was around the house, water was around the house, and suddenly we find ourselves in a world crisis. Now we see children hungry, children don't go to school. There's been a lot of fighting. We are in a crisis. There's a big civil war going on in Cameroon, and young people are now migrating. I didn't know about that as I was growing up. And then we feel that it is time to look and ask pertinent questions like what is happening. So we come to the understanding that young people have been completely cut off their roots, and we need to reconnect them to the land, to the culture. And so this is how I come to realize that this new world of networking, it's really the point to start again, to rebuild community.
Yeah, and I know that you've had, because I visited you, we traveled through Cameroon, and we were in Bafut Ecovillage together, so hopeful as the Bafut municipality had decided to transition all 52 villages of Bafut to ecovillages, following the inspiration that really you and Sonita Mba built, but you were the founder of the ecovillage in Bafut. Yeah, and then the Civil War came and you had to leave. You were in danger of your life. So many young people that you worked with have lost their lives, and so many are in danger. And now I know that you're living in Portugal with a small group of just 5 young people from Cameroon that you've been able to bring over to Portugal. So how has this been for you in the midst of climate crisis, to be on this very personal journey of existential threat and losing everything that you've built?
Yeah, I've lived through this, and I decided to do something about it, which is why way back in 1996, I created this youth-led organization and to do youth-led service to their communities. And I thought it was happening wonderfully in Bafut, but with the outbreak of the war, we find the same situation almost here in southern Portugal about degradation of the land. It's true that in Cameroon, there was already a big impact of logging and mining, so there was desertification. And so coupled with lack of employment of the young people, we started to see that through learning from other communities, we could exchange ideas about how they were dealing with issues of climate change, because climate change has really hit Africa very hard. When being in Europe now, when I see the impact, I see that it is 5 times more in Africa. We don't have these situations of extreme hunger, especially about oppression and exploitation of the young people. So it has been an ideal place for me to see how I can build bridges. And we have been trying to do this through youth exchange. Very well, Cameroon had the privilege through its experience with Jen to develop some partnerships with youth organizations here in the Global North, who were also on the platform of the UN SDGs. And this has been a very enriching experience. So we are now responding in our own way. Since we have created this umbrella organization, we now want to see how we can extend it to other youth organizations in Africa, to be able to design and implement communities on the basic principles of sustainability using permaculture. So instead of taking the road to immigration, it's not a solution. It is true that the land is being bought over by multinationals, but we have developed these modules through our work with Jen. We've developed some bioregional EDEs, and we are running the youth camps. So we designed low-cost buildings. We've designed the Africa Kitchen Revolution, which is a kind of reliable energy system for reducing the pressure on the forest. And I think through this, improving health and enhancing the economic empowerment of women, we are trying to revive a system which could work after COVID-19. So these examples have enriched us to start building new partnerships with organizations here in the North. We have youth exchange programs that we are developing within the Erasmus Plus European Union program. And through the UN Sustainable Development Goals, we are also on some platforms. So the way forward for us now is networking and weaving ways of building new relationships, and especially learning and giving capacity to the young people for organizational management of the little resources that are still left. With the ongoing genocidal war in Cameroon and the current rate of immigration of the young people, I think our challenge is this proven system that we developed in Bafut. Yeah. Just to mention that this system, the Gaia Trust recognized as an inspiring project from Gen Africa. So we want to take this project further to become a welcome center for the refugees and the internally displaced people to gather back their shattered lives and start to rebuild something, get over this setback and rebuild their trauma. And then we start working again on the solid programs of poverty alleviation that is plaguing the community.
Thank you so much, Joshua. It sounds like you've brought home the wisdom of building opportunity from adversity, really reflecting on the models and the ways that you have managed to empower youth and women and bringing that to a next level of spreading it through Africa. To complete this, maybe there's a last message, very short, that you would like to offer to community builders and communities worldwide at this time.
Well, this is a very interesting topic, talking about communities on edge. The whole world is on edge. And the watchword I hear today is solidarity, solidarity. But what kind of solidarity? So we do wish that the communities here in the global north can look to bring forth some of their experiences and build collaborations that can promote these existing solutions that we have developed in Bafut. So we are looking to a system of interbeing, interconnectivity, and actually to use non-violence to inspire the young people who are fighting to come back to engage in concrete solutions like climate change and dealing with the aftermath of the COVID-19.